All right, so Alison, you've been involved with Physical Path since the beginning, and I make claims that it's a different approach and a different way of doing things. What does that actually mean to you, though? I mean, when we talk about, say, the way that we warm up and the way we prepare, because we spend quite a bit of time on that, what sort of things do we do, and why do you think it's different from anything else you've done before?
Well, we start each session with some foam rolling, and that's a really good way of kind of getting into those nooks and crannies in your body that you wouldn't normally give attention to.
Yeah.
And what I find really good is that if you've gone to the session the day before, often with the foam rolling, you can really feel where muscles are tight, where you've really worked yourself hard the previous day. And I think the foam rolling in particular is really good for kind of loosening up and really, well, limiting injuries, really.
Fantastic, really good. And then really the sessions themselves, I guess, the rest of the approach, if you like, I talk about it being a movement approach versus maybe being an exercise approach. I mean, do you want to talk about kind of what we do and maybe, again, why it's different and what you find beneficial?
Yeah. So I actually go to Physical Path 4 times a week. And the reason I do that is because every day is different. Mondays we concentrate predominantly on core strength and more gymnastic type of movements. On a Tuesday we do kettlebells, so weightlifting really, interspersed with some cardio activities. On a Wednesday we do boxing and kickboxing, and on a Friday kind of a variety of lots of different movements. And the reason I come really is that every single day is different. We never repeat the same kinds of things. We've got kind of a core set of probably 50 different movements that we do, and they're all mixed up together, and we do different combinations.
Okay.
That's really good.
What differences have you noticed, basically, with all the movement variety that you've talked about having throughout the week? What are the benefits to you, if you like?
Well, doing a variety of exercises, you get to know where your strengths and weaknesses are. I know that my legs are an awful lot stronger than my arms. I find some of the overhead lifting quite challenging. But the way Physical Path works is that it doesn't matter whether you're a beginner or you've been coming for 2 years, you're still challenged by the different exercises that we do. So there's different levels of each exercise that you can do, depending on whether you have a weakness or an injury, or whether you've just started, or whether you really want to push yourself and go to that next level. Fantastic.
I'm going to throw a challenging question at you finally. I talk a bit about mindset and how we cover some of that within the approach as well. How do you get on with that, and how do you find that maybe makes a difference?
Yeah, so each week Steve gives us an area to focus on. It might be nutrition, it might be goal setting, it might be something around mindset and what you bring to the sessions before you kind of arrive. And I think that's just a really good way of kind of bringing you back in and making you think about, actually, why am I coming? Why, how can I push myself and progress a bit further? I'm not just kind of going through the motions of turning up, doing the same thing I did last week, last year, last month. I'm really kind of trying to set some goals and achieve those and then move on.
Fantastic. Thank you.